battle for Gentlemates,
Right.
and there's
Mates
still
on
a question mark
defense,
about
Heretics on
you know,
attack.
that existence
So
change, the coach change, not having a game plan
let's
last
see
series.
what the plan
Now,
with Duelist
do they have
is.
that game plan now?
Double Duelist on
From
defense.
stage to
I guess
raise.
they're just going to be playing
Double
very
Duelist.
aggro.
Maybe. I think a lot of us,
Oh
if you're looking
man,
at this on paper,
they both got hit by the knife.
yeah,
And they can just clear out all the Cypher
worst.
util. Cleared it all. Question mark back over towards the
Yeah,
back of
just,
site as well. So they
and
could
it's
be
pulled the
all over
rotation.
site, and they just
Look at the progress
insta-descended
already on
over
the outside of the
towards
map. It
A.
wasn't just an all-in
Look at
towards
the
B. There's still
mini-map.
even
They
one player here.
annihilated them.
You're still going to have Rien's near enough by, but he's drifting away already. So they're going to read that
Knife
this is
just
now
goes
fake.
in
They're gonna
towards
work
site,
that out,
hits
but
no one,
they've
and they
managed to make
finally
their way up so
realize
deep already.
might be one of the
Benji
best
pushing quite
executed
deep at this
strats
point. You've got
or
Wood by
fakes
his
I've seen
side,
for a long
and they've
time.
taken a lot of control. Process of elimination.
The fact that
they
the
know maybe
knife
they're
hit
going
the
longer
Cypher
round
market,
towards
that was
CT, taking their
everything.
time here, but they get a very comfortable post plant.
5 versus 5. Few seconds have already ticked from that spike. But low utility.
Yeah, and the good thing about Boo
Team
here is
Heretics,
he
they
saved
have
his
that
Omen
dart.
Flash, so when
They've
they
got a
Omen
pressure
Flash
site
in,
now,
he should
and
be
already
Omen Flashing
Benji,
onto the left.
and he gets away with his life.
There
Where
we
was
go.
the trade on that? Where was the pressure?
And
Who
a
then
recon
wants
on
it,
top.
gets
Wait, the
denied.
tank did good to get a
trade.
kill
Boo
here, though.
picks up the slack, and
I'll give him that.
they've lost complete control of the map here. Benji does need to be careful to not fall. Mini Boo's gone down. There could be some threat on the side, but now the cavalry's arrived through CT. You've got Whalers surrounded, a 1v3, and they're all horrific
Dude, they
angles
got
to clear
played
Heretics.
on this one.
Had a plan from the get-go
Yeah.
and executed it well.
Heretics cooked up a really great pistol. I love the idea of not only going into B, tapping that spike. Gentlemates hears it, knows the spike's on B. That's going to cause that rotation. If you just go and do a bunch of utility and maybe run onto the site, but you don't plant that spike, then they're going to say, wait, it's not committed yet. Don't move. But once they call that spike, perfect.
First round to Heretics here. Looking at the buy, they opted to come in with a couple
They're
of
allowed
late
2 deaths.
moment changes. We
Gentlemates
saw,
maybe
I
buying
think
too much
that was
into it with the double sheriff.
Shadow
We'll
or
see
Stinger or
if
Spectre. I think it was
Heretics
Spectre
want to
being
get
changed
a
up to the
Outlaw out.
Guardian for Vut
There's only
there.
2
We've
of
got
them,
the
so maybe
Vandal
not.
out for Rien's, and the rest
Why
kind
do
of just
teams keep
rounding it out with the Ghost
playing
coming in
Sunset
as well.
against
On
him?
the other side, 2 sheriffs brought into play
There's a lot
for
of teams that have
Gentlemates,
permabans.
and I want to see what the
So
approach is.
sometimes that
Heretics look
happens where you look at it and you're
confident
like,
already. I
well,
like what they're up to. And,
we can't
there's
play
this
them on
kind
the
of
map we've
playing
never
to your
prepped
level,
before.
Playing like the favorite in this, and it's showing with a bit of confidence here. Benji has to be careful because he is probably about to get crunched
And
on
then
top
they
middle.
feel like they can
and
take
he is.
him on
That's
this
only
map.
a ghost lost, but still they need to be clean on the site.
Because it gets to a stage where everyone like
He
wants
knows
to
that
try and
Gentleman's
do
going
it.
for that mid-fight.
Everyone wants to
This
try and
spike
beat him
needs to
on
get
it.
planted ASAP though. Otherwise, it could be dangerous. Gentlemates, if they push out right now, they could
Play your
catch Team
perma, you have a
Heretics.
better chance
So
there.
they've got the plant
Dude,
down.
it
I'm
can
looking
look
at what they've
so
got util-wise
embarrassing
for
though.
Heretics. You've got the Paranoia with Boo, 2 shock darts, stun with Mini Boo, 2 flashes, and the nade. You've got a lot of stall here potentially for Heretics. No one going on that long way around. Tap on the spike.
Yeah, would have loved the
Draws
Sage
out
here.
one at least of the shock darts. Still one more to be played with for Rien's, and they're starting to flood through. Takat's on the defuse here. Heretics, though, going to be meeting it with force, and that's the diffuser denied. Rien's doing well in that, and it's Beaz. Last man alive.
He got a little bit close
no
to the defuse.
damage
You
done
give him
in
that
the
for
end,
an
and
eco.
no
Not too
weapons
bad.
lost beyond those 2 ghosts.
I like the idea from Gentlemates to push in there through that smoke. I think one thing that they could have done to make it a little bit better is if they tap the spike and it causes Heretics to start spamming, and then that flash comes in.
Paul V,
they
hello,
went
mate.
in with the flash, but all the Team Heretics members were anti-flash. They were behind the box. They weren't peeking. There was no need to.
With the
because
Sage
there
they
was
would have
no
got it.
spike
Yeah,
tap.
but Heretics
Maybe
wouldn't
layering
have
it a little
played
bit better.
the after plant the
Forcing
same.
the hand a touch more from Heretics would have been nice to see Gentlemates really try and press any small advantage they could. Into the bonus round, however, now for Heretics.
Yeah, we got,
a very
dude, we got
well-rounded
4
buy.
people
Yes,
that
a
would have got
couple of
one
those
shot
pieces
by
still left over, but
Outlaw.
3
They don't get it
vandals
out. Mini
Still the
Boo has
SMG
enough
with
money
Mini
to buy an
Boo, but
op
again,
next round if they
it's-
want it.
It's on Neon. That can be still very, very valuable. And the Guardian remaining as well with Woot on the other side, of course, having the buy they need. But what are we seeing? Patient beginning with a little bit of a feint towards that B site.
Busted up that trip over on B site. Made Gentlemates use a cage as well. I think they were able to get the orb. Now they're just resetting into middle a little bit. Smoke top mid, market door still closed. And it looks like they could pivot either way right now. They might do a little bit of a jab towards A and B through that market. It's open-ended. It could go either way. But Gentlemates is also spread apart. They're retaking B main right now. Once Benji sees this,
He's got good info.
he is speed up on A.
How do they respond? No responses yet.
Look
The
at
tank's
him.
not going to be happy with that one.
Creates so
Going
much
down
pressure
here,
here.
Benji's just
While
holding the
this
back
has been
line,
going
and
on, they
Whalers has
droned
to
over
respect
towards
this.
A.
The
They
site's too
smoked this
vulnerable,
off
they
and
can't
they
now hold
created
towards
what
B
they
main. He's
believe is
already
enough
fallen
pressure
back.
to
So
hold
just
two
pausing
people over
35
towards A.
seconds now. Clock going to start running a little low, so they are going to
Kadavra
have to make their move here. Looks like a burst
Just
through door, and
disrespected
it
the
is.
smoke now.
SMG is going to be put to
Neon
practice
rotate. It's not
perfectly.
going to get
Mini
there in
Boo
time.
creates that first step forward, and the site's theirs. Already the smoke in CT, they can get that
that was
spike
very
planted.
impressive from
I don't
Benji
think
over
anything
towards
can
B
really
main.
affect that. Kadavra's still going to have at least that. Maybe Paranoid's playing Takas could find some value, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. The 3v5 backline's been handled, and Bayaz, it's time to save.
How's he won both of those
Such an
duels?
incredibly difficult situation for Gentlemates to be in. They have that double duelist. They want to
Yeah,
go and
fair play,
re-clear
man.
some map control, but Benji is there. He's holding and he's locking it down. And you see Benji there, you think, oh, that's the lurker. It's going to be A. Stay on A. And Team Heretics just realizes this and says, okay, let's just go B together. They're able to catch Whalers, no problem at market. And now they're on the hunt.
Yeah, Bayaz, that he'd love to be able to keep hold of this rifle. It hasn't been a great start here for Gentlemates.
When will Navi win a game?
Heretics happy to chase on this. Now, how far do they go?
It's a great
Got a bit
question,
of
man.
money to play with, so I wouldn't be surprised if they double,
great
triple,
question.
quadruple down. He's dead. They keep 3 up. 3 of the rifles move forward.
I don't have
They've
the answer for
already
you,
got
sadly.
over 3K in the bank, so they are laughing all the way into the 4th round. I mean, there's something to be said about playing to your own limits, playing to your own potential, not dipping down to, I don't want to say lower end opponents, but you do see scrappy games sometimes come out of those instances.
Yes.
So far, Heretics have not taken their foot off the gas.
No, maybe there's something to do with last week, how that,
Yes.
you know, they lost the map, and we're making a big
Man,
deal
he's
of
looking
that.
real
It's
good.
just a map.
Mibu
They
doesn't
didn't
want to
even
get
lose
an
the series.
opt-out
It
or
was
anything
overtime on
this
split.
early on, especially
And we're
against
making
an
a big deal
Eco.
of it. But
And
fast
they wanna
opening
fight
here
over
for
towards
Team
A.
Heretics.
Mini
Flash.
Ooh, Takas, good work there.
Wait,
Sweeps
really?
them,
No,
denying
Util?
Mini Boo
Left
that
side?
springboard in towards elbow. So now with
Did he
Heretics,
beat the camera or
slow
something?
down a
What
little.
happened
What
there?
do they look to achieve here? That instantaneous start not working out.
Still against Sheriffs. 4 versus 5. Anything can still
Yeah,
happen.
they'll take the free delivery of a gun.
As we saw yesterday from
It
Liquid,
was...
they feels like won most of the... all the rounds they won were 4 versus 5s almost.
I'm a
Heretics
little
are still
bit...
close enough to get some decent audio cues
Yeah,
off the back
this
of
is
this.
actually looking a little bit rough.
Maybe expecting this re-hit towards middle a little
Yeah,
bit.
full
but
pass,
it's
and this
re-ends
guy's
clearing
going to get
through market.
overwhelmed.
Spots nothing's there.
Can he
Paint
get
shell
one?
already coming in, and Gentleman's going for the walk middle.
Does get
trade
one,
out,
but that's
good.
another
That's
gun.
another rifle to be collected.
Yeah,
They'll take
we've had
this. It may be
two
scrappy, but they'll
isolated jaws.
absolutely take what they can get
Double
here.
gun delivery.
Man to the good as well. Yet to go and claim.
Yeah, too scared of
That
trying to get this
rifle.
one at the moment. But
Heretics.
once they clear market, they can go
Perhaps
get
try
this.
and lock this down with only 3, but look at what this man's up to.
Yeah,
Benji.
I think Benji might
You
have
talk
owned
about
this
his
though.
impact in games. Could be one of these rounds, holding a lot of space here, allowing the 2 other players to focus towards market.
The flash didn't connect.
And Benji, oh, lovely little swing, stepping a
The
little bit
ult is
further
giant.
outside
You can
of
flash
the
off the
tank's
ult. They
comfort
realise
zone,
that
and the
someone's
ult
going
comes
fast
in
behind as well.
They now know the full picture. Yes, they get the rifle on Whalers. The paranoia going to slow them down a
Dude,
bit.
and does he
Boo,
get his smoke in
aware
time
of
for
the
main?
flank.
Yes, he does.
And the cross
Oh.
is made. Benji
Oh.
drops the ball for a second, hard to hit, but still
Oh,
it's
no one can hit him.
turnaround, and Gentlemates off the back of Takas with a
Neon's
great
too
start.
fast.
Get there first on the board.
It's a sick run for them to
Perfect
win.
display of that neon slide, how
Get some
that
upgrades.
buff has come into play here. Just getting across people's screens, getting that reset much easier, getting that sprint back a lot quicker as well. Like all of these changes are making it so that you can really take that crosshair away from your team basically.
Oh, he
It
tucked
almost
in
worked there at
from
the
it, so
start,
they only
but
saw the
it
guy
was a
far
couple
back.
of other
That's
situations
kind of
right
cool.
here is one of them, for
Yeah,
example.
at least they put a little bit of prep in to beat some of the stuff that they're doing.
Crosshair way away, and then again at the end to close it out against Woot. 3-1, M8, Gentlemates gets their first round on the board.
That's big for them. Confidence booster. Sounds silly, it's only 1 round, but it is so important, especially for someone like Takas as well, who's had some hot and cold performances. Oh, Mini Boo. Easy. Oh, they were chomping at the bit for that. Look at the util pour on.
Yeah, I respect
Not gonna get
Heretics
the
going
start
for the
this
same
time
thing. I
again.
go over
Not
towards
gonna get that first
A.
man down within the first
And
foray
they
into
realise
the
that no
round.
one's on
So
the
a
left.
bit
They
of a
put the
pause for
smoke
thought
up.
here.
and
Heretics
that
now starting to
at least
feel
holds
out
2
maybe what
people here for a
Gentlemates
little
are
bit
up
while
to.
they take mid control.
That first smoke coming up for Team Heretics towards Elbow. A little bit delayed in the round, but that reclear from Gentlemates, again, they're going into these early reclears since they are on that double duelist. Realize A is clear and start shifting over.
Do I like two
Maybe
duelists
about
on
to go into
Sunset?
a
Nah,
mid-duel.
I hate everything about
They
it.
have the KO set up with that flash. They can pop through in the next few seconds here.
Oh, he's just going in contact, though. That was dangerous. Minibu does get... Oh, re-ends! Clean shots there from him. I want to see it from that POV if we can. One of those players that impressed us initially. In those international events, his mechanical capabilities were always on point, but starting to, I think, read into the responses from Gentlemates. Putting a lot more pressure, a lot more intent to handling top middle. But there are still 2 players on pillar. The tank being one. Yeah, he's low, but gun still in hand. And with 30 seconds, things can go wrong.
Oh my God.
Re-ends! A third! Claims the tank out of nowhere, and an attempt made by Whalers
Yeah,
to maybe
around.
slip forward. That's got sight under control, and Cadaver's
Good
not
news
really
is they got so much money from the
here.
round before that they can buy again, apart from this guy. But
Not
it
much
should
he
be
can
a
do,
drop,
but
especially if he
try to
saves
save
us.
this
He'll have
Phantom
4.
into another round. Try to see if he can live to fight another day. And Team Heretics just...
Hello,
the
Keeper.
start
How
of
we
the
doing?
round, whenever they try
Morning.
to open up
What
a little bit quick, once they realize that Gentlemates is fighting them head on, they just
What
pump
happened in the
brakes. They say,
BBL
okay, we go somewhere else
game?
then.
Safe
We'll let you
happened?
just sit
Yeah,
there
kinda
and
that.
simmer. And Gentlemates, second time they went aggressive, trying to
If
reclear
you
an
missed the
area
BBL game, you should
because
definitely
of
watch
their
the third
composition,
map.
and it leads them into
You
basically
can skip the
peeking
other maps,
into
but definitely the third
someone
maps.
from Team Heretics this
A
round.
banger.
I think it was Rianz just pops 2 of
watch
them
it.
as they run through the Omen smoke.
That's a good point.
The spike ticks
Is the
down.
what up?
This is a great time for Gentlemates to sit there and really think about,
No,
okay,
yeah.
what's the plan for the next round? Are we able to purchase here? I could drop this Phantom. Maybe it's time to take a timeout and just talk about how is Team Heretics opening up here? You know, how can we get our foot in this game right now? Because
Shots.
every time we've gone aggressive here, we've lost. What are our options? What are our plans? How do we pivot from here?
Yeah, and this could be an interesting one because again we did question the obviously
All right.
existence no longer
If
being the roster.
Gentlemates
How does
want
that
a
then
chance
affect
of doing
Gentlemates?
it,
Do
they gotta win this
Maybe a
round.
little less inclined to go for these timeouts here and there. Maybe they just feel as though they have a solution. They still have ults to play with. They've been able to
Gotta-
round out the buy as well, so still able to come in with a competitive purchase. And once again, they look to punish on this A play. They're desperate to get Minibu up towards this. No fight back this time from Takas. The paranoia, I think, hindered
Yeah,
any initial
and they
fight he would
just
have
kind
wanted
of lost a lot of
potentially.
util. The thing that I do like from this,
On
though,
that
is
corner.
we actually have a solid
Smoke
push
gonna
out from
go up here,
Whalers.
and
Like, he's in
Heretics have
spawn in
taken at
20
least a bit of
seconds.
space, but look at this rank, look
He's
at
in
the
spawn in the
space
first
being
20
taken on the
seconds.
back lines here.
Wait,
Quick work being shown.
he's owned it.
Whalers all the way around. He's got to find value from this.
I cannot believe the Boo is
This is
watching
gonna
that,
be
by the way.
huge, but he might
Look at him.
lose this timing. Just so unfortunate if he does miss this timing because the entire team has rotated. They've bit on this.
Look at the vulnerability. Half of the map is now just completely sparse of players. If they go for a double pump, then it could still
Yeah,
work
so
out
I
for
take
Whalers,
I
but
take
it
it
feels
that
like
the
you're
knife
losing
hit
that
4 or
waste of time
5
to
Benji clearing,
because
No
he's
way.
way
I
too
don't know,
aware.
Benji
this
felt
is
like
a
he
thing.
considered it. Now,
right?
he had to check on the cam, had a little look.
Wait, the camera's gonna spot.
Did
wait,
he
did
see
it?
him? I don't know if it saw him.
Nah, I didn't think it
I'm
looked
really
left.
not sure.
Wait, it did now. It's
Yeah,
broken.
100%.
Okay, yeah, it did now.
But and they're still going towards, say,
30 seconds left.
approach.
Wait, that's
Cadaver
one of the
players
weirdest,
here still.
He
weirdest
needs
starts
another
to
smoke
round
up
ever.
right now, otherwise
Okay,
things are gonna get a
I
little
mean,
bit
they have
sketchy.
no time to
That's
get
nice
onto the
though.
site.
Bayaz just
Right.
popping the ult preemptively,
KO
just getting
all
towards his
popped.
clock, but there's still re-ends with a rifle in hand. Nice from Takas. Double, and now all eyes can turn to the 3 remainders from Heretics. Trades on the site for 10 seconds.
seconds
Running low here, they need a plant and they need a hero. Woot or Boo, who's it gonna be? 5 seconds now, they need a plant,
Hey,
they can't
very
get it,
nice,
Gentlemates. They're up to the challenge
Sure,
now.
that's the one that they had
I
to do.
wouldn't start shooting bodies this early in a tank. 2 rounds ain't that much to work with, but they've got a little bit of room here, Josh. They've carved themselves a little bit of cushion.
That early B
What was that? They were just so sure that someone would push, and then they were kind of just relying on getting the map control back and it, like actually giving them a kill. And when they'd kind of gone back, explored all the map control, like here and here, and it didn't give them a kill, then they were just forced to go to the only place that they actually really had a little bit of map control.
They have no idea.
But they also checked
But
the main
actually,
control
they
with the
walked straight into a
camera,
trap.
so they thought that
Perfectly timed
this
KO
was
as
clear
well.
and a question mark.
That was really,
So,
really good.
It was more just good
Such
from
value
Gentlemates.
off the back of that information.
They maybe took too long to clear all of this, is probably the thing I
And
would say.
removed.
Good little bit of teamwork there. Benji spotting the enemy camera, pinging it so that they could spam it through the box.
I think Heretics might be on red alert, considering how preemptive that ult was last round.
On the
Maybe
3.
feeling out now, understanding there was maybe a player pushing that back line. Now getting ready for anyone to creep forward. Heretics looking all in towards this B site for now. First flash, shock dart, everything thrown in.
Yeah, and we got the weird trip.
Trying to hope that a stray bullet hits.
Oh my!
And then forward in that one, and it's not gone well. Tank will,
what did he think was going on?
At least hinder some progress here, but the res will be coming out, so it's 5 alive. 3 on the other side, and Heretics falling into what looked like quite a well-crafted set piece just to instantly tear that scoreline further away.
That's it. That's the round.
Team Heretics is building their lead. And I do wonder if Gentlemates needs to kind of have a different approach. And one of the things I've noticed here is it seemed like a very similar setup to the last time I watched him play this map.
So he's going to lock and clear a lot of this.
The Sage with a raise.
They're
playing the same positions. The KO's still ready in a position to pivot, but they don't have that stall from the slow. They don't have the stall from the wall. They can't isolate those angles as well. And I don't know why they're playing it pretty much the exact same way when they have very different agents.
What would you like them to do instead here, as they are just be trying to hunt down these weapons at the end, really cost any of that build-up. Looking at the finances, however, for Heretics, they can't overly chase this one. Josh, what would you like to see them then doing with the tank potentially, with Raze here? Is there something maybe get more aggressive, kind of utilized again? How would you like that to maybe play out a bit more?
It's a very difficult situation for them to be in because they don't have really active information. They have that KO knife, but that's it on a 40-second cooldown. They don't have a drone. They don't have any darts. But besides that KO knife, they only have a camera. But maybe they could set up some sort of trap setup with that camera and then combo it with either a Paranoia or a KO flash and then do something with that Neon Peak. And the Raze might just have to do something gnarly with the elevation angles or using that nade to stop the push, the assault, and maybe play it less as a straight-up duelist. Like, he's trying to play it kind of like a Jet right now, but not even, just like a Pat. I don't even know.
See what they try and adjust, hopefully. Going ahead, this looks very similar to that previous round.
Honestly, respect, man. He went for like 50 seconds.
Knowing better than to try and play into that, but the paranoia is still there for him.
Also, trying to think if I've ever used the word gnarly. I don't think I've ever said that word in my life.
Looking like they want to fight, and they're going to maybe get one here. Woot's going to find Cadaver, and that's going to be Market held safe. The quick lean back, and they've caused some problems. Don't know if Miniboo can fully get away from this. He might be stuck on site as an
Just
attack.
did, yeah, I think that's the first time.
Send it. Ah, he does at least get Benji fishy, but I mean, it's a 4v2. Takas and Whaler's going to have to do some miracle work here. Hard to pressure.
Gnarly, yeah, it could be kind of good if someone does like a...
I don't think they
could be good if someone does like a bad Raze ult.
They've lost that opportunity.
And I don't want to flame too much.
And it feels like Heretics have found a formula that's working. Similar scenes to the round just gone.
It's so hard for Gentlemates to get ahead of what Team Heretics is doing
this team, man. It's Lev.
Heretics is either starting with
EMEA
like a heavy opening, 4 players there. They do that dart, flash,
FUD save round,
maybe even, and then same thing over at B. They just do that heavy start. And if Gentlemates picks the wrong site to kind of deal with first, then the other site's exposed. But they don't have that Sage anymore to help them with that retake with the wall to block it off and get that diffuse. It's just way too hard for them right now. They need to take a pause.
Honest actually joined them as a coach.
Think about what Team Heretics is doing and find out how to get ahead of it. Maybe they get an op invested here. They have double duelist. Maybe that is
they got to stop B, man. You got to fight over towards B, man.
Some way to find that information of where Team Heretics is and catch them with their pants down. And we have seen nothing about how they're kind of trying to get to that goal.
Yeah, see if there's some creative solutions they can come up with. Having a check-in here, it's not really the coaches having much of a chat, so hopefully we can catch one of the players maybe having more of the conversation. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. Maybe between, it looks like Cadaver actually having a chat kind of back and forth. Just coming up with maybe some concepts, maybe something he's isolated. You can see it's mostly on the team here. It's not really with the coaches providing solutions.
The coaches are chiming in. I wonder if they're having a conversation about that round that Whalers was able to push in, the second round win for Gentlemates, and just find that opening. We saw it happen a couple times where he's trying to sneak into B main. Oh, he gets spotted, he can't really do anything, and his teammates over on A take that deep A space instead. I wonder if they need to explore more of the map, like including middle, getting into that tiles area, and trying to expose Team Heretics' backline, knowing that Team Heretics often 5-mans or does these 4-1 splits where Benji
uploading the Vitality game. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to upload.
The thing is, you don't get
easy chances
I'll
make it public,
Heretics.
but HD is not there yet.
That the hard way
if you're a 720p fan, you can watch that.
Or going forward,
you're really desperate.
They're going to have to find a couple of ideas of what they want to do, because playing it as they are right now, they're just on the receiving end. Similar look. Heretics this time not actually doing the exact same thing. A lot, I guess,
Joel,
more contact-based. The tank gets a fair fight.
That's one way to stop them going over towards B, to spam and B the whole time.
Here.
Oh, you meant... Oh,
wait, what? How's this still...
What happened?
What's going on?
6 kills in 2 seconds.
I thought for sure Boo was about to line 2 up, and then he gets taken out from the side. 1 versus 2 for Rians.
Okay.
Spotted out.
Okay, it's a 1v2.
Was that too early?
We're all good.
No, there's still enough time to lose track of him a little bit here. He's going to get his dart back, right? So he's going to have that to lean on. He's got his owl drone as well.
But he doesn't.
Oh, the great plant for him.
Spike from this line.
Gotta go all the way around.
Position himself. He's going to go around to Boba and reflank spawn.
Yeah, it's going to be
Once
nice
he's cleared
because
that all out, he knows that they're double flanking
no
B main. He's got that dart.
And the paranoia's gone wide. Nose Takis is on the site. That's a 1v1. Oh, he does get stunned, so forced a little further away. No commitment on this. Here's it for the second time. Knows he's got a chance at it now. He's going to have to make his move here. Oh my god. Hold on.
No way. That's how he wins?
Re-ends with the Red Bull clutch.
That's impressive, though.
Bit of a fumble from Gentlemates. It felt like the first time in a minute they had a real chance.
It all started from the Taunt getting that opening kill on the site right here onto Miniboo. Gets out with his life.
And then
all these trades happening on the site.
Everyone dies.
Market. 2 more for Natank. You would think it's in the bag. Gentlemates about to pick up their 3rd round.
Damn, we actually got to see every kill pretty much.
1 versus 2 for Rians.
The replay goal.
And it looked like... Jeez.
I like that, man. We have no idea what goes on. We get all 3 replays. It's impressive.
God, bro.
Dude, and we get the reaction in there.
In
That's insane.
2 to 7. Okay, so we've seen an information play towards B main. They pushed out, cleared a little bit of util. Benji is going to be separated from the pack. It is a 4-1 play.
Juicy replay. Yeah, he's doing the last 2 weeks of champs, they said.
Impactful kills.
I say they said, he said.
Now, Heretics going to be working with far from the ideal scenario. Benji put on red alert. There are players top middle, and there's 2 of them. Gentlemates.
Yeah, this is a great reply, and just to the point where they were going to go eco as well.
2v5 is nearly unforgivable. High-low setups, all the goodies.
Contact stuff? Nah, yeah, just go back towards B, man.
And they absolutely
just keep hitting B.
The tank with a
the tank's got A unlock.
Very well done from him. We wanted to see a bit more. We got it.
And that's 7 kills in the last 2 rounds, basically. And what was it off the back of? Just peak, LOL. So, I mean, that's basically what they're doing, and I think we're probably going to see that a little bit more from Gentlemates. They're feeling a little bit more confident in their duels, and if they're able to stop Heretics before Heretics can get their plan off, that's probably their best bet. We're going to keep seeing that from these guys.
But I wouldn't be surprised seeing Heretics just run something else out.
They do have a good ult combo to make it happen.
Yeah, a little scary. The tank's got his
not
at least,
sending
so
it
that's
A.
something else
More
to
middle.
lean on.
Everyone dodges the knife.
Much different look. The TP
I mean, there's someone close for this. Does Boo...
Oh my god. Boo, you're so nasty. Boo, you're so nasty.
TP then takes his flash out.
Gutted with that one. And now look at the A site. Takas is in a world of trouble, and now he's got nowhere to go. He can't really try and play this out. He did the best he could there.
They both had the flash.
Ooh, I thought he was maybe getting away with that. Woods finally caught him. But blooming hell, that was topsy-turvy.
Doesn't the tank go for ult here? He should just save it for next round.
In a 4v3, the tank's
save
ult
it for
could
next
be
round.
critical.
You guys like saving? I don't think you should be saving the actual guns, but maybe just the ult.
But Rienz's timing is a... Oh, well, that should be the end of the round, really. Caught the glimpse of Cadabra 2.
Just in time
He's going to know where they are now. Oh, it's all been seen, Rienz.
He's
just making light work of them. Just toying with them. Whalers on the run now. And there's the pivot from Heretics. There is nowhere to really hide. Rienz is just toying with his food. Whalers going to catch him, but there is a man ready to go.
Shots
That's
before
going to
that.
be Boo.
Snappy, yeah, really snappy shots.
Completed, done, tick in the box. I mean, this is the thing when we talk about Heretics, a top-end team. They've got several looks they can lean to, and they ran a new one there.
And when you have these set plays that work exactly how you want them to, I mean, despite Bayaz running up, trying to chase Boo in spawn.
Dude, honestly, it looked like it was
really
behind
opens
them.
everything up. We're getting to see the Neon be able to sprint in there. We get to see that Sober ultimate. And it's Takas alone on the site to defend. Once Bayaz leaves him to go pick up Boo and spawn, everything's working out for Team Heretics.
We got the judge.
They need to
Where's
play
the judge
more
at?
proactive than reactive.
Judge market.
And the pace adjustment here, at least from Miniboo. Tank, Whalers, and Cadabra there.
Camera,
off the camera, they're going to use
into
Paranoia
Flash,
and
into
fight.
Razor.
This is the type of trap they need to do.
Like the idea. Let's see the execution. It's pretty good so far. Follow-up's great. It's what you wanted. And I think that's what Gentlemates wanted as well. They'll be happy with this one. Oh, God. Benji got the tank pinned. It's not out of the woods just yet. Still a 3v4. Mid control is there for Heretics. Refresh on the smoke.
Benji.
There's the battle between Benji. Dabra, that's the intro.
Oh, that is the most perfect execution I've ever seen of someone swinging into the smoke so their gun doesn't show.
That's basically the B-side actually available. They don't know this fully. There's still util. Paranoia went to CT, so I think they're starting to figure it out. Yeah, we can get that cross now.
Sliggy James, relax
could
on
be
that
someone
one.
back pillar, but no one is. Let's play back through market here. Benji going to be catching that line if they do try and make the cross. Boo could be careful.
I'll take the rifle aim.
Could be caught off guard, and he is. Whalers, beautiful! Follow up on Woot, and now Benji in a 1v3. It would be an ace for the man if he catches them. First chance, not going to get it. Takas there. And a gap close from Gentlemates, a respectable scoreline to close out on.
I guess.
4 rounds.
The double duelist should be better
on
attack.
I mean, you still got to say Heretics overall, yeah, look fantastic. You're not going to take that away,
it's
but
like
they managed to carve out 4
they've only got
for themselves, neither of them being the pistol rounds or anything like that. They're in the gun rounds. Nice little trap player that you wanted, their little set piece. Couple of good looks.
If they were able to pull out that type of trap play more often off that Cypher cam using either Paranoia or the KO flash, some sort of trap, let Team Heretics get into a position, no man's land type of situation, and just pop them right there, that would have been ideal. Team Heretics, they got the pistol, they closed out the round 2 anti-eco, they got bonus round. Right there's 3 rounds. You take those away from the scoreline, it's a 4-5 game right now. So in terms of gun rounds, it is a little bit closer than probably Team Heretics had wanted. I love how we just hold our breath there on that, 1 versus 3, because if anyone can do it, it's Benji. Benji could pull it off, so you're just like, wait a minute.
You got to give him that little bit of credit on it. Scary.
Oh,
Boo. That's rough. Oh, Boo, you are... How are you alive? I don't know how he gets away with this sort of stuff. Should have been dead on that first jump peak, but here we are.
Yeah,
he's got a new lease
the
of
best
life.
jump peak. Dude, he thought no one was there.
What's to do with it?
There's just 3 looking at him.
But still.
We just see this rotation from Rianz as well. I wonder if that's going to be a 4-man re-clear. As soon as he's able to get in a position, maybe they use the dart, re-clear this, and then once they realize, hey, wait, Gentlemates isn't here. Let's get our asses over to B.
And you're looking at Benji holding it incredibly passively. Super deep towards CT, just banking on the camera. That's it.
They're so confident in the retakes. They don't even care right now. No Sage Wall is going to block off one of the
Knife goes over
exits.
towards elbow, though. It doesn't see anyone. There isn't a gap you can
after that post plant.
Stand, though.
That's the first.
Okay, once the trip goes in and the info they had over towards side, you would imagine rotate comes in.
They might be aware.
They're going to push through.
30 seconds left.
I'm a little worried if they do, because they don't seem like they're considering this all that much. Now they're going to be rudely awoken. That's going to be Bayaz down. Plant is in. I'm not worried about Whaler's HP there, but Boo's in a similar situation, so somewhat evening out. And now they're stuck on the site here, finally filtering back towards
spam against the team.
main. Woot's going to find a tank out of nowhere. Takas now just on an island. 1 by 1, they're just stepping in and finding bodies.
It's a great stun.
Might have to just be on the receiving end. It's clear,
Did he hit both of the stun?
That's why they were confident in the retake.
This is where Team Heretics shines. Their defense, their retakes, they're just so strong with how they move in together. They're all individually so skilled that they win their duels. And I don't hate the idea from Gentlemates about, hey, we got the site for free. We know that it's going to be a full retake from Team Heretics. We can expect them to go together in a certain location. Let's try to pop them when this is happening. What I don't like about it is the spacing. I don't like how they have Paranoia. They don't use it. And I don't like how after they go for that 1-for-1, they back out, but 2 people are on the site and 2 people go to main. They split up in the end there. Stick together. Figure out where you want to go, how you're going to do it, and all in on it.
See that commitment.
Imagine a Steelcaster coin Navi game.
Gentlemates on the Sheriffs.
Dude, he might. They always cost the second game, right?
On the other side, the ball dogs out.
I wonder if he costs him watching a Navi game. I think he would lose his mind.
Can at least remove the cam, but oh dear, down to 13. Looking a little unlucky to start with. You can see them trying to fold onto this. They don't want to let them get away with anything. And that's going to be 2 found. Big from Heretics, taking the advantage in this round here, not letting them dictate the pace even with these Sheriffs. Yeah, holding these lines. Mini Boo catching the tank. And the last 2, well, 1 was noted.
Such good teamwork from Team Heretics.
And they do this against Sheriffs, they do it against Classics. It's nice to see them keep it clean in rounds like this. It's very easy to lose that consideration here.
Na'Vi mates next week is the second game. Oh, really? Oh, no.
Bit of a damage here could be good for these guys, but Andalusia flawless. Team Heretics. I love how they're in a position. They realize, hey, these guys are out mid. Let's go and deal with it right now. 4 members of Team Heretics goes to converge mid. They use flashes, they use darts, they go out, they fight together, and then as soon as they got that cleared, cool, let's reset, let's do a high-low setup. They just double hold that B main walkout, and they know exactly where Gentlemates is going to be next. Hey, he's going to walk out B main. Let's hold it together here with me. And it's not just like one person just holding stuff. They're doing it together.
No, it's again, they are a joy to watch. I think that's something that most people will admit to, be it a fan or not of them. They are a good team to witness. Now, Gentlemates, this has to be a big round for them. If they want to get a close game out of this, they want to have that competitive scoreline.
It's a good amount, so they realize they can take mid or control.
They need to win this one. Bonus here for Heretics, but already on 10
over
rounds.
Towards B. You gotta know that Heretics are using this camera. They do it every single time.
There. Trying to just clear Benji's util bit by bit. A bit of a pressure towards middle. But they're already instantly leaning on over towards that B side here for Heretics.
Is Benji caught? Nope.
Can't catch
0 damage, of course.
Slippery. Now, I mean, if Gentlemates walk to the other side of the map, which it looks like they might be doing, I mean, the gates are open, but then you also do have Heretics on a retake, so I don't know how you win against this team.
If Benji was a Pokemon, what would his powers be?
What?
There. Stop it. Stop it. Just Magikarp, let's be honest.
Can you catch him?
What?
Stop it.
Cover going out.
None of our audience are old enough to watch.
What do you mean?
Literally. Boot has been found, and that's big. That cuts off rotations, actually. It's quite late for that spike to be coming over, but it should be fine. They've already secured more, the dangerous parts of this map, so...
Yeah, they can't retake this, chat.
Stun should be in.
They actually can't retake this. Yeah. I do not want to see a retake
A lot of damage here. Might even say, could win the round.
Could. Lots of util still as well. Woot with flash, you've still got the dart with re-ends.
They should.
So it's going to be KO flash into recon.
That knife is...
time.
Yep.
A little bit of stall on top. This is all good. This is all good stuff from Gentlemates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Want to see him keep... I want to see at least 4 alive here. Then here comes the flood.
Dude's looking at the recon but didn't shoot it.
Bears holding the back line. Does well.
Didn't want to give away his position.
Down, and they're just doing damage. They're just trying to do as much damage as possible. They're drawing a whole lot of blood. Gentlemates make it through the storm with 2
good amount of
still
damage
standing.
Done, though. That's all they really need to do.
Maybe losing 1 more than they want to.
3 rebuys, 1 arm rebuy.
For 4 versus 5 with Sheriffs, Spectres, not the greatest of weapons, that came down really close. 2 alive. Benji Fishy as the one in a 1 versus 2 there. You never know what could happen in those types of situations. But I was expecting and waiting for that dart flash combo from the Sova and the KO on that initiation, and it came, but it was stalled out.
Okay, now they get the op out
on
the Sova.
Nice timing on the util from
Sova op. When you're 17 to 7, you're allowed to do what you want. That's the rule.
Gonna call it the big green. I don't think it will be in his hands, but Operator is there. And Taka still constantly wants to challenge. He's been doing this several rounds in a row to try and clear that util from Benji. This time, the punishment was in the form.
They just know.
Oh yeah, well, that was a nice response from Kadavra. Catch him, Voop, top middle. Okay, so trading it out, doesn't lose his life, gets to slip back into the fold. And now where do they take this? So they've got to start leaning towards one of these 2 sites.
KO Molly just to break the trips, but no peek, no jiggle, and Rians is on that line. He's got to have an inkling that...
The thing is, they have this camera the whole time, and I think...
It's an A hit. Wonder if he gets that information off to Boo. He's got his teammate.
Judging by this, I'm pretty sure there was only like a couple of seconds where they could have got to top mid, so they're gambling that no one took the timing top mid. So these 2 over towards A can definitely... they wanted to bait it in, but the knife's incredible.
Really well with this. That's going to know both players.
Yeah, they're trying to play off the fact that Boo always plays solo, just holding pixel angle.
Nothing else, but it's going to be a little bit harder to stay towards the site now, considering they've utilized all of that just to clear towards elbow.
Stun could be everything here.
Boo watching the cross, timing rough, but he's bailed out by Mini Boo. Bit by bit, they're stepping closer, but they look hesitant here, Gentlemates. They got to really stick the landing on this one. And again, individual efforts are working. Kadabra with a round here.
Oh no, they got a good sight. Spike down 15.
Bayaz, and they now know they're being held back here. Surrounded. Whalers catches Mini Boo.
Back to back, forcing down to an eco.
Outlasting them there.
That got a little scary, and I think it could have gone either way, all the way down to the last moment there.
Yeah.
I do wonder if that was a misplay from Gentlemates. Their spacing wasn't there. It looked like when they went in for that execute on the A site, they knew exactly where the players were and what they wanted. It looked like it was just spilling out slowly like lemmings. No real cohesion, and it gave Team Heretics a real chance to convert that round. But 6-10 is now the scoreline.
Yep.
Sheriffs are going to be up for Team Heretics as they're running out of that, you know, buffer of money.
And the big thing here is this is a Gentlemates timeout as well. They've got a little bit of a window to work with, right? A small opportunity. Could be up to 7 after this. You'd imagine so if it follows the way it should, right? Let's assume the team with the better weaponry wins. That's 7.
Hey, do you know what region you're in right now?
I'm acutely aware. Bayaz then gets his ult for the next one. Tak has to get pretty close, or maybe in the tank. They start getting that, you know, snowball round. That could be 8 potentially. There's a real world where they can pressure Heretics here. Now, Heretics could still pull out some Heretics rounds. You know, there is always that chance that could start kicking in. But this is a good challenge for them. This is the best we've seen them pressured here outside of that Giant X game. So maybe there's a little bit of something there. Now, I've said all this. Heretics probably just going to win this round and then close out the game.
Timeout? Oh, really?
Wait and see. This is a big chance for Gentlemates. Can't stress it enough.
The scoreline is a little bit deceptive. Team Heretics won both pistols. They have that lead there. And a lot of these rounds have come down to these really small margins with 1 or 2 players alive only for either side.
Mini Boo. Okay, has invested the ult on this.
Yeah,
oh dear, Kadaver's... He lives! The boy who lived.
I knew she was going to say it. She's going to resist.
Managing to make it out of there, denying the big, I guess, danger element of this round, which was Mini Boo with the ult. Now, can they take the next couple of steps? Very similar scenes to what we saw in that first half here, but the Heretics side sticking around on the side. Still holding towards this. Benji very close by here. Does have the spot re-enter, but look at Tax's positioning.
Yeah,
nice
they're very
work.
calm on this
Gentlemates
one. Dude,
clean here. Boo, the last one. His position now will be known.
Spike planted.
Kadaver confirms. Oh, trying to maybe playing the tank to work towards that ult again, but yeah, that's the formality here. 5 almost players standing, 4 in the end. The tank did go down, but they did what they needed. They got past the first hurdle. Buy round coming in a little scarier to deal with.
I like that team play at the end there. Kadabra kind of just be hopping across, knife out, taking that crosser away, knows that there's a sheriff on the other side of it, and he's really just setting up the tank to be able to get that kill in the tank. Obviously, didn't get the kill there, but
he's got his ult anyway now.
He's got his ult now, and
I
do respect the fact that, you know, that's a little bit of selflessness is really good.
But they're in a really good spot.
Okay, Gentlemates. That's, you know, it went from a small opportunity. If they get this one, it's game on in my books.
Speaking of opportunity,
hold
here
on,
we got
Pacey. Yeah, they're going straight in on it. Mini Boo read it though, got to slip further away. The paranoia didn't land.
There's 2 to the left.
A little bit off on that one, but there's still Bayaz here. Still the smoke, and look at the chip damage as well. Benji down to 21 HP. They've got, I don't want to say site control really. Feels a little bit fragile to say that.
But Benji has a hat as well. He's going to use that on the market body.
Yeah, you can see it. Exchange of information on both sides. Now reading, understanding the Gentlemates wanted to fight towards CT. Wu gives them that wish.
That's nice, especially once they hit the trip go down.
And I don't think they are. Both sides a little stunned by this one. Benji's already going to break back
Bayaz
in.
is going to somehow kill 4.
It's Bayaz. It's Whalers. And that's a lot to ask of now. One man in a 1v3. Not going to happen. Heretics.
Yeah, just so they kind of started believing a little bit. They're in a good spot with the ult.
A little there as Gentlemates were
the fact that
knocking
would
at
have
that
reset
door.
them. Well, I say reset.
I think I need a nerd to go in and do the math on the numbers about anytime Benji uses his ultimate as Cypher and he gets that hat information, I need to know how often do they win those rounds, because I swear it's at like at least 90%.
Ah, man, that's such a miss.
It does kind of feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'm sure someone out there, one of you with your spreadsheets.
Ah, my trip! Ah, my trip!
He's so happy.
He's too smiley, he's too nice.
Yeah, he's way too smiley, that's crazy.
Boo with one,
He's pumped.
Whalers on the other. Ult's still there for the tank. Kadaver's got his, but it is the TP, and Rian's got one as well, so Right back to what we saw in the last round.
We got
very double down on this mini boo. Oh, and joined by Rien's support even in the aggression. Not leaving him to fight alone. It's 13 HP he backs away on, but it's damage done.
Okay, well that's
Massive impact early. And swapping out the operator to the lower HP player. That's crazy. Ever heard of a law around that or something?
There might be a law. Theory, perhaps, at least. Man advantage, get to hold that passive position.
Yeah, they did their hard work in those first kind of opening seconds. The pendulum swings now to Gentlemates of if they can maybe get something back.
Gentlemates
for Whalers.
planning, planning ahead.
Gentlemates has had all
Get an orb on the tank.
Mistaken. And
Get
it's
him another ult.
Interesting to see it come out on that attack side, and I'm pretty sure Whalers has had this the entire round. So using that to find an opening.
That is fast, man. Fair play.
Nice. Tang's gone down. There's just no real access points here. There's nothing's looking all that enticing, and with 30 seconds, you're probably looking at saving this. That's going to be 12 you're up against. There's no easy way to navigate through that, but I think if we roll it back to the start, Josh, seeing that little bit of aggression, but I say a little bit, it wasn't just a singular effort, it wasn't just a small glance, it was quite a well-crafted, considered approach of playing towards B main,
might be the most save I've ever seen in a game.
And being rewarded for that.
Yeah, I think we've seen a few different teams using the same
style
of
I might have
approach
just given,
to taking that B main control with that Neon specifically, getting that bounce stun off, using that one way at the entrance of B main, and maybe even comboing it with a paranoia, just to lock down anybody running in quickly. And we also see a scan happening at the same time as Sovadar, so that's something that Gentlemates was lacking on their defense side, is they didn't have that dart to kind of help scan in the back lines, get the spam kills through the smoke, and we see Team Heretics just capitalizing on the agents that they have, crafting these strategies, these little tactics that they can really just get an opening, because now they're at 12-7.
Yeah, it looks like Gentlemates maybe wanted to go back to what they maybe wanted to do last round, but didn't really get the chance to do because of that disruptive aggression. Heavy glances towards the B site, 4 players working their way forward. Of course, there is that one towards the middle being Whalers, but
camera into recon with the cage up.
Already had over. That's 4 players they're up against here. Maybe not actively holding the side, but market back pillar.
Knife hits a lot here. Knife hits a lot as, and it's like the perfect timing. You want to kind of hit them as there's like one committed, so the rest can't get through the choke point or use any util.
And unremoved,
you want to give them no jewels.
And they've stalled them out. They've really taken the wind out of their sails.
The best example.
Gentlemates still held towards main. They need Whalers to pry them open an option, give them a way forward. And no one's peeking. Discipline from Heretics. This is an incredibly hard round now.
This is still respectable, man. 0-2 pistols. They got 7. Respectable. Give them a pistol. They were like maybe get 10 or something.
5 characters alive for Team Heretics versus 3. Full control. They realize they don't even need to do anything. They just hold this B site. If it is a plant on A from Gentlemates, 5 versus 3. How are they going to lose that? Rienz has Hunter's Fury as well. He could do that as they're flooding in, or they could do it to stall the plant.
Okay, he might just be able to stop the plant. They can all flood.
He's got that line pinged already. He knows exactly where he's going to do that. Dart as well if he wants it.
10 seconds left.
Time to go.
Wait.
Oh, well, that's
not good for
Cadaver. He's going to have to...
No way.
Oh, come on,
the other guy runs to the most
and now it's down
common
to just
plant
2.
spot. There's
Whalers
no way.
Go big or go out of map 1, I guess. Bayaz with him. Oh, crikey, this is... Whoa, the timing's everything. Oh my God, he made a damn good go.
They gave it a good shot.
Just that bit better.
They gave it a good shot.
It was close, but it wasn't close
Shout
enough
to
here. Gentlemates will be held on 7 Heretics, pushing up to 13. And honestly,